Welcome to our executive interview series at the Elastic Public Sector Summit produced by FedScoop. I'm Wyatt Cash, and we're here with Hussein Johnson, Senior Cybersecurity Analyst and Zero Trust Lead for Policy and Risk Governance in the Office of the CIO in the U.S. Army. Hussein, thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
One of the questions I'd like to explore with you is, what role do data platforms play in combating cyber threats and protecting critical infrastructure?
I mean, that we do have so many data platforms that we have to utilize. There's so many different areas that you have to measure. And when you're measuring those areas, AI actually helps and lends a lot of credence to getting the information to who it needs to get to be able to read audit logs, to be able to read the different areas and the different places that people are going to see, to actually be able to read the behavior of individuals on the network. Those are the things that allow us to make the type of decisions, especially in near real time. They always say real time, but it ain't never exactly when it's happening. It's going to be a little bit time after that. So the key thing for us, especially with artificial intelligence, is to be able to utilize it in a way that's going to be beneficial to what we're trying to accomplish within the Department of the Army. There's so many different ways that we are utilizing and trying to develop a way to utilize these different ways to do the things necessary to help us in all the things that we're trying to accomplish. And that's a lot of stuff to take care of.
I'll bet. And then can you talk a little about how you're seeing AI helping to close some of the skills gaps that everybody's facing in government?
That's really the biggest challenge, is the skills gap, because one thing that we realize is that cybersecurity is cybersecurity, right? We threw zero trust on it, and we throw all these different monikers on it, but really it's just cybersecurity or information technology management. That's what we really need to look at. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we're able to identify the areas where they are lacking. We need to identify the areas where training is needed. We need to identify the areas where we can actually work better with the team so that we can do the things necessary. AI actually does that for us. They can drill down and see when individuals are not doing the jobs that they need to do, or where they might need additional help. They can actually do metrics, and so they can actually see whether we're meeting service level agreements in support of other organizations. They can actually see if we're doing the things necessary when we actually get the information from other areas, and we're responding in a time frame that's going to be supportive of what we're trying to accomplish. And that's the biggest challenge, is because trying to get an idea where AI is everywhere now. So trying to utilize and what we can do to better, inform ourselves, better to support ourselves, better to put the things in place so that we can be doing the things that the government actually wants us to do, and that's protect and defend the United States of America. And those are the things that are most important for artificial intelligence. We're still trying to get our hands around it. It's moving all over the place. It changes every day. You talk data, you're talking about training, we talk about all these things that it needs to do. But the one thing is, thank goodness we do have that in our, in our arsenal to actually help us become a better unit and better teams and better brigades, as well as a better, military department. So that's most important for us.
Appreciate your outlining that.
You're welcome, sir.
Well, Hussein Johnson, thank you so much for joining us here at the Elastic Public Sector Summit.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.